So the question number 35 of the series IIT JAM Ms PYQ 2026 solution. So the question is as x be a random variable with probability density function as this, and we have given y is equal to x square and z is equal to 1 by x. We need to find the probability density function of y, z and the expectation of both, and need to check that ki distribution of y is positively skewed. So here is the involvement of concept of transformation of variable. So here, since x is basically greater than 0, so that means if y is equal to x square, then we can easily take transformation from here, since this is 1-1 transformation as x is greater than 0. If there is y is equal to x cube, for odd function there is always 1-1 function. For even we have to check for the range. So here y is equal to x square, that is this transformation is basically 1-1 transformation. So we can easily find the y, PDF of y or distribution of y as fx into mod of Jacobian, that is dx by dy. Similarly for z is equal to 1 by x, since it is also a 1-1 transformation. So let us find through this formula, that is fy is equal to fx into dx by dy. That is, if x is from 0 to 1, then y will be x square. We can easily take square both sides since x is taking positive value only. That is from 0 to 1. Y will also be from 0 to 1. If y is from 0 to 1, then we take this fx, that is 1 by 2, and mod of dx by dy will be, that is root of y d by dy. That is y is equal to x square and x would be root of y. Then it will be 2 root y. We can easily put it here, 2 root y. Now for y from 1 to 9, since x is from 1 to 3 and x is taking positive value only, we can take square both side. Then y will be 1 to 9. Then take fx to be 1 by 4, since for x 1 to 3 fx is 1 by 4, and dx mod of dx by dy would be 1 by 2 root y. That is fy will be, for y 0 to 1 it will be 1 by 4 root y, and for y 1 to 9 it will be 1 by 8 root y. That is, we can see here, that is option number A. Now we need to check or for the probability density function of z. So for probability density function of z, we can easily transform z to x, since x is taking positive value only. Then this is 1-1 transformation, so we can write it as x is equal to 1 by z, and we need dx by dz absolute value. Similarly as for y, dx by dy dz would be minus 1 by z square. So taking absolute value 1 by z square, and fz would be fx into absolute value of dx by dz, that is 1 by. Now split it for the different range of x. Since x is taking value from 0 to 1, then z would be from z would be 1 to infinity by taking transformation as x is equal to 1 by z. Here fx for x 0 to 1 is as 1 by 2. We can take it 1 by 2 into 1 by z square, and for x 1 to 3 z would be 1 by 3 to 1. For this fx is basically 1 by 4. We can see 1 by 4. So this would be 1 by 4 into 1 by z square. That is, hence for z 1 to infinity 1 by 2z square, and for z 1 by 3 to 1 1 by 4 z square, and we can see here it is. So option B is also correct. Now let us check the expectation of y and expectation of z. So option C, expectation of y is basically expectation of x square, since y is equal to x square. We can take integration into fxx dx, and this is from 0 to infinity since x is greater than 0. Now split from 0 to 1, the fx is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 for x 0 to 1, that is 1 by 2 dx, plus 1 to 3, that is 1 by 4x square dx, and this is x3 by 6 0 to 1 plus x3 by 12 1 to 3. This here we can see it is finite. That means expectation of y is finite. Now let us check for expectation of z, that is nothing but expectation of 1 by x. Again take expectation fxx dx from 0 to infinity since x is greater than 0. Again split 0 to 1, that is 1 by 2. Here it is x plus 1 to 3 1 by 4x, that is ln x 0 to 1 by 2 plus ln x by 4 1 to 3. Here we can see this is taking as infinity. That means expectation of z tends to infinity, and that imply कि expectation of z is not finite. That means option number C is wrong. Now for option D, it is required to check for the distribution of y is positively skewed or not. So in order to check whether y is positively skewed or not, we have some method. First method is to check option number D by the definition. Positive definition means the skewness is positive. That means beta 1 is greater than 0. That means beta 1 is nothing but third moment square divided by second moment cube is greater than 0. Second approach is if mode is less than median less than mean, we can say y is positively skewed. That is, you can see from graph also, that is this is mod, here somewhere median, here is somewhere mean. So if this is the case, that imply distribution is positively skewed. Now in order to check the mean, let us find it from mean, because it is much easy than calculating the third movement then taking square. So mean is basically expectation of y, which we have seen something from here, that is 1 by 6 plus 9 minus 27 minus 1 by 12, that is 1 by 6 plus 26 by 12, that is 26 27 28 by 12 something, that is 14 by 6 7 by 3 7 by 3 something. So expectation of y is basically 7 by 3, and median of y, since y is equal to x square and x is taking positive value, this is basically the increasing function. So median of y is nothing but median of x whole square. Now in order to find the median of x, the definition of median is what? Definition of median is basically probability of x less than or equal to m is equal to 1 by 2. From here we can see the probability is half for x less than 1. That imply m is equal to 1. That means the median of x is basically 1. That means median of y is 1. And this is nothing but this is 2 point something. That means mean is greater than median. That imply positive skewness. So the option number D is also correct. So the answer is of question number 35, A, B and D.